to wait to see if we have notifications. If I get a notification, because once I can see us on my end, then I know that they're getting their notifications as
Okay.
well. You're looking good. So we are live. Okay, it says live. Oh, yay! There we
Oh,
go.
I
Okay,
see us.
there. Yay, we're on. See, you know what? That was quicker already too. So maybe changing rooms is gonna be it. Hi, Bean Beauties. Is
Mine
there anybody in there? I'm sorry.
mine
What?
is showing up very bright on my computer. Should I back the lights up? Is it showing up bright on yours?
Um,
Like my
you're super bright because I'm dark. It's dark in here for
Mhm.
me. But if I turn on that light, I think it'll mess up over here. So that's why I have the kitchen light
Maybe I'll
on.
move one of mine real quick. Okay. Is that better?
It like making it more even. That's fine. I don't mind. It's all right. You're the star. You're the guest. You need to look
Mhm.
gorgeous.
I don't
You
like
need-
being the star.
you don't like being the star. All
No.
right, Bean Beauties. Hopefully y'all can hear us. Y'all get the notifications. Let me see. Is it? Can y'all see me okay? Because I can. Can you see me okay, Melissa? Because I can move another light of my
No, I
light.
can see you perfectly
Okay,
fine.
perfect, perfect. So hopefully we get some 4:30 hour. I don't know if I've done anything at 4:30 before. If I've done a 4:30 hour before. Yay, small. Welcome, small bits of happy. Welcome. Hello, nothing but bags. Welcome in. Sound is good. Yay. As the visuals good. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. I did change rooms. I'm not sure if y'all were on the last live and I froze. So I changed rooms. So hopefully this will be better. Don't forget to go into your chat filters and do all messages. That way they come in order. So thank y'all very much for joining us. I greatly appreciate it. They're getting the notification slowly. I'm just trying to go check my. There we go. Okay. There we go. Got some notifications there. Okay. Doesn't look at Melissa's. She's got some great eye candy. And my Christmas tree is back here in the back. If y'all haven't, uh, our oldie but goodies, y'all know the Christmas trees.
Is that all bags you have on your Christmas tree? Yeah.
They're charms and bags. Yeah, they're that's I had been holding all my mini bags, or a lot of my mini bags. They're not all the mini bags, but a lot of my mini bags and my charms and things are in there.
Do you
So
leave that up all year round?
we have for this past year, I have left it up because my mom, it has to do with my mom. My mom is the one that when we did Christmas trees, she would help me take the ornaments down and stuff. And Christmas was her favorite time of year, and it's just kind of was missing her a lot this past year. So my husband says, "Well, leave it up. I don't care." So we left it up, and I decorated it all the first part of the year with just different decorations. And I said, "Oh, well, now," so I was changing the seasons with my charms and my bags and stuff. So hi, Monarch. Welcome in. Thank you. Welcome back. Hi, Ivana from My Pursuit of Happiness. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank y'all for coming. All righty. We have 11 watching. If y'all can smash that thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps us to get the content pushed out and so other people can find us. Hi, the real angel girl number one. Hello. She says, hello, beautiful ladies. Melissa, she loves you. She loves you.
Aw, thank
Um,
you.
Monarch says, "Two lives back to back." Yes, ma'am. All righty. We're going to get started, Bean Beauties. Welcome, Bean Beauties. Thank you so much for joining us. We are on the second hour of today's live streams. We had Misty from Mims Beauty and Luxury on the first hour at 3 o'clock. I'm going to be releasing both the videos after this one because I had to change rooms because I was having some technical difficulty, and hopefully Zane's correct and I was too far from the modem, and hopefully now we won't have any problems with my end. So let's cross our fingers. So today I am being joined by the beautiful Melissa Adams Wade. I wanna make sure I didn't mess it up. Did I mess it up?
No, that's
Okay.
right, Melissa Adams
Yay,
Wade.
yay. I don't know why that's so hard for me to remember, but, let tell us a little bit about your channel, introduce yourself, and then we will get started.
So my name's Melissa. My channel's name is Melissa Adams Wade because my last name is actually Adams. My husband's last name is Wade, but we got married right before COVID. So our wedding was the last wedding allowed in our state before they shut down all weddings. So
Oh,
because of that, I haven't changed my last name yet. So that's why it's
gotcha.
Adams Wade.
Oh,
I
okay,
have a channel
okay.
on luxury and contemporary handbags. It's a new passion of mine. I've only been into it since I got married. My wedding actually is what got me into it because I really wanted a pair of luxury heels that would last me a long time, that would remind me of my wedding. And that's what started it all.
And how long ago was that? You said 2020?
I I've been married for 4 years. Yeah.
Wow,
So I got into
congratulations.
luxury about 5 years ago. That's when I started researching during the wedding planning.
Researching. Now that is something Melissa is excellent at. She's not like me. She's definitely a thinker, a planner, a
Mhm.
researcher. Not me. I'm like, let's make that decision quick. I feel
Those
and I feel bad when I watch her channels. I'm thinking, should I be doing that?
Those are the funnest purchases. When you do something spontaneous, it's so much more fun than when you over research it, I find. And some of my best purchases are my spontaneous purchases.
Oh, well, good, good. I wanted to talk today primarily. There's two subjects, but primarily the subject I want to talk about today is your no buy. And
Mhm,
I labeled this no, what did I say? Say bye bye to no buy because she's
mhm,
no if y'all haven't been watching her channel, Melissa since January, well really since December, but publicly with us since January has been doing a no buy. And
mhm.
she has certain parameters that she gave herself. She has certain things that she wanted to follow, and she's been giving us updates. But she just let us know that the last video she had regarding no buy was the last video, the public last video.
Mhm.
So let us know what caused you to start the no buy, and why now you have changed into now just being at a private no buy.
So I actually started it because when I decided to start YouTube, I gave it my all, meaning all of my extra funds I put into my YouTube channel. I wanted to do as many unboxings as I possibly could and bring as many people over to my channel as possible. Well, unfortunately, that became a habit. It became a habit to spend all I had extra. I mean, obviously the savings, the 401k, the kids, all that came first, but anything left over went straight to bags. And I just realized that I didn't like that. I wanted to make sure I had extra money in the fun account for date nights or for whatever it may be. And so I felt like I was overdoing it and I needed to scale it back. And I was also selling bags. So let's say I bought 12 bags that year. Out of the 12, I would sell 5 of them because I don't like a huge collection. I like a very minimal collection. I like to stay under 20 bags. So, because of that, it was just this vicious cycle of spending all of my funds, all my extra funds on bags that I would just later sell and lose money on, a year later. So once I realized that was a cycle, I decided, this needs to change. It needs to stop. I don't like what's happening here. And my channel at that point had been developed. I no longer needed to put all my extra money into my channel. So I made it just, it took about 6 months for me to decide, okay, I want to do this low buy. I want to calm down. I want to slow down. And once I finally decided, I just did it. And so I decided what is worth spending money on, what's not worth spending money on, what do I have too much of. And those were the areas that I wanted to make sure that I wasn't consistently buying. Clothing being one of them. I was buying clothing just because I saw Mary Lou down the street wearing a cute pair of jeans. I wanted those jeans. And so I'd run out and buy them. And then 3 months later, I'm giving them away, or my daughters are using them, or whatever it may be. And who has money for that? I don't.
Yeah. So that's good. And then now, you also said you had goals, like financial goals that you were trying
Mhm.
to put in. So I'm assuming savings that you had that you wanted to reach. So you reached those goals, and you let us know,
Yes.
Yeah,
So I've always had two savings account and my 401k. One I call my spending savings. This is for any type of fun
yeah,
activity with my family, for my bags, it's for my kids' school clothes, it's for all the fun activities that we do together as a family. That's my spending savings. And then I obviously have a regular savings, which I try not to touch ever. And then we have 401ks. Well, I got to the point where I was spending my spending savings all the time. So it was never growing. It was
yeah.
never getting to a point where we could take a big family trip or we could do something big because I was constantly pulling from it. And again, it just came from a comfort level. I'm not comfortable with that. And yes, there is an additional savings, but that additional savings to me
It's
is
not
not there. It's gone.
right,
It's,
right.
you don't pay attention to that. That's for extreme emergencies only. So even small emergencies like our washer machine breaking, I would try to pull from my spending savings, not my
Right, right.
actual savings. And so it just got to a point where I didn't like how low everything was besides the 401k and besides the regular savings. And I wanted to grow it. And there's only one way to do that, and that's to stop
Not
shopping
spend.
and stop
Right.
spending money. So I did that, but before I did that, I actually paid off all my debt. So I had very little debt. I don't own a car. So all of my debt was small, like hospital bills, a small amount of credit card debt. So I wanted to make sure I paid that off, which I did within 3 months' time. At the same time that I was savings in my fund savings account. So those were the two main goals that I wanted to achieve. I achieved them faster than I expected, and then
Good.
have some big goals that I am not sharing on the internet.
That's okay, and you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to.
Mhm,
That's why I said, we don't have to go that. So that is why she still has parameters for herself as far
mhm,
as the no buy and the no spending, but it's not as restrictive as it was before, and that's for her private, personal, family
mhm,
use. Let me go in and say hello to everybody who's here. Small bits of happy. I said hello, nothing but bags. Hello, Monarch. Hello, the real angel girl number one. Hello, Ivana, my person of happiness. Hello, Monarch. Angela Goodale. Hello, Tara's boutique. Sorry. Hello, welcome in. Miss Leva, welcome in. And I think I caught everybody. In case you are not following Melissa's channel, I did link her channel up above, and I asked that if you don't mind, please giving her a follow and subscribe to her channel. She has great content. And while you're at it, if you're not subscribed to mine, I wouldn't mind. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm at 814, so I would greatly appreciate. My goal
mhm,
is to get to 1010. I know we only need 1,000, but I feel comfortable. I need that buffer. I want that extra 10, that 10 subscribers. That's my little craziness. But what I like about your channel and your overall thinking too is we are a lot closer than probably how I appear on my channel appears. But we do financials. We do our
mhm,
financials just like you do. We have our 401ks, we have our savings, we have our spending accounts, which we were talking before we went live about the vacations. Do I was going on vacation and stuff, and the
mhm,
vacations is I we do a lot of vacations, but we save. So basically, this year's vacations are paid for from last year's the
mhm,
actual money from last year's money, or most of it from last year's money, and we're just doing like the last minute stuff that we allow ourselves to do. So we try to keep that as well too. And what I spend on the handbags on there is my fun money. And so I do want to commend you and thank you for being honest by saying that you were trying to grow your channel, so you were purposefully
mhm.
doing those unboxings.
Yep,
For m-
absolutely.
so that was something that you did, and not many channels say that. And like on my channel, I'm not purposefully buying them to grow my
Mhm,
channel. I just went batshit crazy with getting back into the handbag game because
yeah.
I went like 10 years and I didn't buy a handbag because of my health. So when I got healthy this year and I bought that first Dooney, it was like, oh my God, the floods just opened up, the gates just busted open, and I went crazy. It's like everything that I missed the last 10, 15 years, it's like I wanted it.
Mhm.
But what I did is in my fun money account, that's where I will buy my makeup. That's where I will buy my
Mhm.
skincare. That's where I will buy my, extra lady things that, you don't want to come out of the household stuff. That's where I buy all that. But also too, because of the pandemic and what have you, I had a buildup of those, so I didn't need to buy those. I had backups of backups.
Mhm.
So then all that money just diverted from those into buying the handbags. So yeah, I went crazy. And so yes, my channels is an unboxing channel basically right now because I went crazy. Went
Yeah.
crazy. So, and I guess it has helped for the growth of the channel, it has
Mhm.
helped, and it probably will come to an end pretty soon, but right now I have so many that I haven't even unboxed yet. So are there any questions? Nothing but bag says, "I've tried no buy, low buy and failed, but I'm going to try again." I sometimes when you put that no buy or low buy in it, to some people, and I'm like one of those, if you say
Mhm.
that, it causes you to want to buy more because it's like you
Right.
can't. So I don't put that label on me. Like
Mhm.
right now, I say I'm trying to save. I'm not buying right now. I'm trying to save
Right.
because I'm saving for another purpose. I
Mhm.
have three vacations coming up that, I'm going to go see Caleb Snell in his Discord in October.
Aw.
So I know, I'm so excited. So I'm saving for that, and that was something that's unexpected. And then, I'm saving for, our 2 cruises. They're big cruises that we're doing that we haven't places we haven't been to. So when I say I'm saving for those, I have a goal to save to, so I'm diverting the money that I'm spending here over there, but I did do backups of backups like I normally do on the skincare, but backups of bags.
Mhm.
I'm just trying not to buy any new releases except for the Dooney bag of the month. Brockstar, hey Brockstar, welcome in. Tara Boutique, she says, "My name is Tara and I'm a bagaholic." Exactly. I'm a bagaholic. Hi, I'm Dee Dee Bean and I'm a bagaholic. Right there with you. Apple Blonde, welcome in. Um, so I enjoyed your I enjoyed your updates with this. You were very
Mhm.
honest with this. I enjoyed them up to where I felt like you were being too hard on yourself.
Mm.
The episode that really I kind of thought, oh, I kind of quit watching after that was, I
Mhm.
think it was the shorts episode that you needed shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I even told you because I felt like, okay, that was like to me was like that was kind of a
Mhm.
necessity, and I felt like you were being too hard on yourself. And it wasn't that I didn't stop watching you altogether. It was just that I felt bad for you. I felt bad that you were being too hard on yourself, you
Mhm.
know. But
Yeah.
tell us why you hated the updates cuz on your last one you did say I that you hated doing the updates. Tell us
Mhm.
why.
Well, people have a lot of opinions,
Yes.
unfortunately. And, I put myself out there, I put myself on the internet, but something as simple as that. My personality type is I'm all or nothing. There is
Right.
no in between. So by buying the shorts, it wasn't just the shorts. It was going to be the shorts, it was going to be the dress, it was going to be the shoes, it was going to be
Okay.
makeup. It's
Okay.
like opening a door and the
Gotcha.
flood was going to come in and I was going to buy
Gotcha.
thing. And a lot of people don't understand that concept of it. A lot of it is, again, you need the shorts, so buy the shorts. But knowing myself and how I work and the way my brain works, as soon as I allowed myself to buy something that wasn't on the list, especially if I got good feedback, like if somebody was like, oh, it's okay, that was okay, you needed it. Then I'm like, well, I need this and I need that. And it just
Mhm. It's how
spiraled.
your mind oh, okay, okay,
Mhm.
see, and I'm like the opposite of that where and I guess I didn't catch that part when you were talking about it, when you were telling us how
Mhm.
you are, because there are some people that are like that. We have 2 kids and one kid is like, yeah, once they buy, that's it. The other one is like, "No, you can buy one thing," and that's kinda how I am. It's like,
Mhm.
except for these handbag this year because I went crazy, I lost my brain. But if I need something or if the kids need something or something, whatever, and I'm like, "No, okay, we can just get this," and then you go back to saving again.
Yeah.
So that's good that you
Yeah.
know yourself, Melissa. That's really good because not a lot of people know themselves like that.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it just got to the point where I hated the check-ins because I felt like I was failing. Because almost every
Oh,
single check-in, if you go through, there's at least one thing that I bought that I shouldn't have. And
gotcha.
so, and because of that, it's almost like a constant reminder. And it wasn't that I felt like other people were judging me. It's me. I'm
Mm,
the one that like, and because it was okay, well, last week I bought one thing, or last month I bought one thing. So now I could buy something this month. You know what I mean? So it, like
yes,
I said,
yes,
it just
okay.
opened the door for me. And having a playlist of things that I bought was like, well, might as
It
well.
was in your face,
Let's keep
yeah.
on going. Let's go buy some more things. And so I just found that keeping it personal actually allowed me to do better
Oh,
than
okay, that's
sharing
good.
it.
So
Yeah.
your accountability, you're harder on yourself on the accountability than you are than we are on you.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I was like, "Buy those shorts, sweetheart, you need them."
Mhm.
Because I think you said something about, like well, no, we won't say it, but you know what you said about, why you needed the shorts. I was
Mhm.
like, "Well, you don't want that,
Oh, we
girl."
can say it. I don't care. Yeah, so I went on a diet about 3 years ago, a pretty strict diet. Again, I'm all or nothing. So it was an all situation. I lost all my baby weight plus then some. I think I was down to a size 4. So I was pretty tiny for me. I'm 5'6", so size 4 for someone my height is pretty small. And obviously, as you go off of a diet, if you don't change your habits permanently, the weight just slowly creeps back on, and that's what's happened. And now I've gotten back. This was my weight I started at, so I don't feel bad. I don't feel like sad about it or whatever it may be. But it took about 3 years to slowly gain the weight back, which means I went from size 4 to size 6 to size 8, now to a size 10. So
Yeah.
that's 4 different times that I had to rebuy my whole wardrobe, and I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of buying new clothes to pass. I mean, luckily I have teenage daughters who can wear them, so they
Yeah.
they got all of my clothes, or at least the ones that they liked. But I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? My body's constantly fluctuating, and I'm constantly buying new clothes, and I am constantly getting rid of them, and I just need to stop. And when it came to the shorts, I knew that I needed new shorts, but I also knew I had dresses that I could
That
wear,
you were okay with that.
that I
Okay.
was okay with. So why buy the new shorts? Especially because, and this is something I haven't shared with you guys, is I'm going to the gym now, and I wasn't.
Good for
And so I've
you.
been going to
Okay.
the gym. I started out with just a couple days a week. Now I'm going about 4 to 5 days a week. And so with that being said, I didn't want to run out and buy new shorts just to
Because you
do the size
knew yeah,
and then change my body and then
yeah.
have to buy new shorts. So
Yeah,
there's
get
a
it.
lot
Got it.
behind it that people didn't understand, and it was too much to share in a
Right,
video.
right, yeah, and that's the thing too is that as viewer, because I just feel like I'm a viewer too. I know I'm a creator, but I'm also a viewer. I'm a consumer
Mhm.
of y'all's channels, and I get invested. And I'm codependent, and so I'm like, "Mm." But yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah, and I know like that. I think we all have that fluctuation of weight back and forth, and I
Mhm.
know I'm finally back down to my, pre-pandemic weight, I'm finally down, but and it's only because I had complications with my RA, which caused complications with my, diabetes, which forced them to change my medication. So the side effect is I'm on that fancy medication that everybody's trying to use for diet. It's
Oh,
helping
you
me out.
are?
Yeah, they moved me to Monjaro. The problem is that so many people are doing it for the diet now,
Mhm.
and there's so many businesses popping up that like this month I couldn't get my medicine. I was without my diabetes medicines for 2 weeks. So the doctor had to write me a prescription for a lower dose so I could get it and
Yeah.
not have to start all over on a different medicine and everything. So which my diabetes will be okay, I'm hoping, but I had just come off of a really good eye doctor report, a really good all
Mhm.
reports. So I'm the same way with you. It's like I have clothes in all different sizes, and I'm like, so I felt like I have a whole new wardrobe because I actually kept a lot of mine. I was able to keep a lot of mine, and I didn't have nobody to pass them on to because I was bigger. So my daughter's small, so I was like, ah. So Tara says, "Hi Nancy, welcome in, Nancy. Nice to see you." Tara says we need to give ourselves some grace. It's a safe place in the bag community, and we all love to collect and want all the new bags we see our friends showing. Yeah. And
Mhm.
we are all enablers, and we are all influence each other and everything. But also too, when somebody like Melissa, and this is the difference, Melissa, that Caleb is having his tonight at 7 or 9. He's talking
Yeah.
to that Nikki Sky.
Mhm.
And so we're gonna hopefully get behind the scenes as to why she did her got rid
Mhm.
of everything. But what I like about you is the fact that you gave us information, you gave us insight, as to why you were doing it. So we didn't feel like, hey, I've invested all these hours watching you and now you're just
Yeah.
dumping me to the street. Now
Mhm.
you're just doing that. So that is what is good, is you have that honesty behind you, and
Mhm.
that I greatly appreciated with your no buy. I really do, and I admire the fact that you stepped to it. I admire the fact that you reached your goal so quickly. That was awesome, awesome. Let me see if there's any questions. Melissa was am with you. I am up and down on the weight, and it sucks. Premenopause, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's has a big thing to do with it too. Let me make sure. Hi, Keith. Welcome in. Keith says the shade of that green bag behind you is gorgeous. I want to paint my walls that green. Yes. You
This
want to
one?
tell us you want to tell us a little bit about your bag, Melissa, since Keith brought it up?
Sure. This is my dream bag. I was torn between the saddle bag and this particular bag. And I went in store and I tried them on, and I thought that this one was absolutely beautiful. I actually had no intentions of buying this bag because of the price point.
Yeah.
But once I saw this color online, I just had to go see it in person. And as soon as I saw it, I remember walking up to the window, and it was in the window, and I was like, I'm buying it. I'm done. I gotta have it. That's the one. And so yeah, it is my dream bag. It's my favorite bag in my entire collection. Every time I wear this bag, I feel elegant. It's not. I mean, it's a hard to use bag. It's a pain in the
Yeah.
ass, but I really really do love it because it does make me feel really good when I wear this bag.
I that's a beautiful, gorgeous bag. Finding Solace says that's one reason why I like handbags. It doesn't matter how much I weigh, they are either
Mhm.
higher or lower on my hip. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, Keith, some things are meant to be, Melissa. That bag was meant to be yours. It's a gorgeous bag. Is green your favorite color?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
because
I have several green bags. I have.
yeah, I see you a lot. I don't remember if you said that or not. Is that the peekaboo peekaboo?
Yeah, this is
Right, right.
the ICU Peekaboo in the size small. This isn't my favorite shade of green, but I love it. And then I have, let's see, the Jody bag.
Oh, yes, that's a
It's a
gorgeous
very
bag.
similar color, but this one's just slightly brighter.
Right, right.
And then I have Bottega. Lots of green. Green is my
Lots of green. Green is your color. Green is your color. Love that. So, Melissa, you recently had a bummer happen to you. Where
yeah.
unfortunately we're sharing the same thing happened, but unfortunately for you, it feels like it's a lot worse. Can you tell us a little bit about that for those who
Yes, so I have a full video on it. It's a little bit emotional, so you might not get all the tea. I'm going to
That's
do a
okay.
video just because there's so many things that people ask me that I should have included in the first one, but I literally filmed that this day after I found out.
Oh,
So I had bought two bags from a company that I believed was a reputable consignment company. They had many reviews. They had, people were talking how good they were, blah, blah, blah. And so, of course, I trusted them, and I had bought two bags. I bought one bag, I believe in 2021, I want to say, the end, like December of 2021. And that bag I was going to sell. I'll show it with you guys. Hold on.
hi,
This bag.
Luxational. Welcome in, Luxational.
So I was going to sell it, and the person that or I was actually going to trade it. And the person I was going to trade it with, she's actually become a friend of mine through this community. And she's like, "Well, let me get it re-authenticated just because you bought it pre-loved." And I said, "Absolutely. Let me send you all the photos. Go ahead, let's do it." And so she sent it in, and it came back inauthentic. So I've had this bag for 2 years, a good maybe a little longer, and I believed it was authentic the whole time, and I was using it. I've even seen this bag in store in Louis Vuitton several times, and it looks and feels exactly the same. The font is the same. The canvas feels the same. The interior feels the same. The strap, the little buckles. A lot of people ask me what's the difference. I couldn't tell you. I don't know, because it to me it looks authentic. Here's a close up for you guys. This chain I added. A lot of people were like, "Well, you should have known because there's not a chain on the mini Dauphine." I added the chain to the mini Dauphine, so that wasn't part of it. So, and not only that, but they sent me an authentication form. So, they faked an authentication form as well. And so when I reached out to them and I asked them about it, she's like, "No, I've had it authenticated. Here's the form." And she sent me the original form again, a picture of it. And I was like, "Yeah, but here's my form." And I sent it to her. And she was like, "Okay, well, I had it authenticated twice. This I didn't tell anybody." And I was like, "Okay, so where's the other form?" So she sends me a picture of the other form, and the other form had the numbers mixed up. And I was like, "No, an authentication company would not mix up a number. And if they did, they would fix it right away because your number is how people know what it is."
Right.
But I also found out, if you guys can see this, it says M44580. This came with the bag. That's not the number on Louis Vuitton's website.
Uh,
So I was going to get it authenticated a second time. I'm not going to. I'm not going to waste any more money on this. The number's wrong. It came back on inauthentic. It's just the people were shady about it. Their numbers being wrong on their paper. It's a dead giveaway.
so you're confident now that it's not a real Louis?
I full heartedly believe so. Looking at it, I wouldn't know. I
Yeah.
still can't tell you how they knew. I think the only reason why they knew is because of the date code. Because the date code is a date after they stopped doing date codes.
Oh,
So it's a
gotcha.
super fake. Everything looks exactly the same. Even little things that I've seen before in fakes, like the font being slightly different, it's exactly the same.
Wow. That's scary though. That is scary,
Mhm.
you know.
So she
So,
lives down here. I don't know what to do with her. She lives on the bottom shelf.
yeah, and I know that's one of your favorite bags because it's even on your banner and you've had that, before, so I know that's one of your favorite bags, so I feel for you. I feel for you because I know that when that happened to me, for me it happened through eBay, and so it was a little bit easier because I was able to get all of my money back. And
Mhm.
the person that website is being watched now through eBay, and they were still because they refunded me their money. They still have their shop there, but they don't have any of the bags anymore that they had before on there. So,
Mhm.
and I haven't checked in the past month. Was kind of keeping an eye on them, but now I'm like, okay, whatever, whatever. I got my money back. Let's see, any questions in here? Any comments? Let me go look real quick. The shadiness gives them away. Yeah, yeah, uh,
No, I can't get my money back because this happened in the tail end of 2021 and I did it through Zelle.
yeah. So it's been a while. It's
So
been
I
a
called the
while.
bank and they're like, "No, there's
It's
absolutely, unfortunately,
yeah,
even if it was present day." So just key for you guys, like a pointer, don't ever buy anything through Zelle. There's nothing that they can do. It's like you're handing them cash.
right,
So
right.
if you do anything through Zelle, if you purchase anything through Zelle, even if it's recent, the only thing you can do is dispute it. And 90% of the time, you don't get your money back, according to what the bank teller told me.
Yeah. PayPal, because I did have another situation, and PayPal actually was really, really good. I
Mhm.
did buy something through Fams and Friends, and I don't like to buy, what is it? Family and friends, friends and family, friends and family. So I'll even tell them, I said, you know what, I'll pay the extra, whatever it costs for that, so that you can have that extra protection. Do you see something, a comment or anything that you want to address?
Yeah, so my mulberry bag, I love this bag. I use it quite a bit. Last week is pretty much the only bag that I used. If you guys follow me over on Instagram, I do bag of the days over there where I'll share with you guys what's in my bag or just a photo of the bag or just share what bag I'm using. And this is one of my favorites. So a lot of people ask me if it's hard to get in and out of. It's not. I just leave my turn lock like that. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see. I don't know with the small screen, and then you literally just pop this open.
Yeah.
And then you just open it, and it's wide. It's very easy to get in and out of. I can get all of my stuff inside of here. A mini pochette fits in here. iPhone Plus fits in here. Every single one of my daily essentials, my Kindle can fit inside of here. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really like this bag.
I, I got a regular size, Alexa. I had one oh, whoops. Whoops, sorry, now she thinks I'm talking to her over there. But the mini's the one I wanted, but I found on my the premium outlets, they had a sale, wonderful sale on that hot pink one. And I did an unboxing on mine and love it, love it. I really wanted the mini, but I couldn't find the mini in the price point I wanted, and I couldn't find the
Mhm.
mini in the color that I wanted. So if I find the price point, then it was like in a brown or, and I like a little bit more color in my palette. But I love mine, and it is really easy, to pop those up because they're, you don't have to use them. But Melissa did a great video on it, and she talks about using her organizer and all this kind of stuff in there. So please go watch the channel. Caleb, hi Caleb. Welcome in. He's popping in to say hi. Miss Jelly says she's sorry that that had happened to you. Um, Keith says he thinks that the seller knowingly sold it to you, or do you think that the seller knowingly sold it to you for as an well they did
Mhm.
because they faked
They
the
faked the
second one.
code.
Yeah.
This, yeah, and they even sent me a copy of the receipt, and the receipt is a fake receipt. Yeah,
And
so everything checks off. Everything seems like a legitimate purchase. I
but it's
was just
not.
the idiot who bought it through
And
Zelle.
you're not an idiot. You're not an idiot. I mean, because that's and I understand why you're saying that because I felt the same way. I felt dumb. I felt like I'm like, how could I not know? But it's like after talking to Caleb, and then yesterday I had the live with Hadrian. He worked at Neiman Marcus, and he says they do classes and things to tell them what to look for and all this kind of stuff. He was a bag specialist and what have you. And Caleb worked there for a long time, so it's like us who don't work in that field and us who don't really, don't do that, we can't it doesn't matter how long we've been buying bags, we can't know every single little intricacy.
Mhm.
The things that you're talking about, Caleb found on eBay a whole bunch of them. He has a video out, and he a whole bunch of things that he found with the receipts, and how he
Mhm.
saw the same receipts. My eye doesn't look for that. My brain doesn't think that, but because they were trained, so
Mhm.
they know what to look for. They work
Yeah.
there. So please don't feel like you're an idiot. Don't say that you're an idiot because it's not. It's these shady people who are trying to take advantage of us. Sherry Talbot says, "It makes me scared to buy pre-love now. I have been hearing negative things even about Fashion File." Yeah, we do have to be diligent as consumers. Do have to be diligent about being where we buy and where we buy from, and how we buy. Even like Melissa pointed out, what form of payment that you use.
Yep.
So, but it is scary. I know, like, I haven't bought a Coach item from eBay since that whole debacle thing. I'm afraid to. I'm
Yeah.
afraid to. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll buy pre-loved anymore. And I'd say about most of my bags are I bought in boutique. I like the experience of buying in boutique, but I'd say about 25 to 30% of them I've bought in pre-loved, and I just recently got into it. When I first started buying bags, I was like, no way, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. But then you get comfortable with it, and you're used to seeing luxury bags, and you feel like you'll be able to tell, and you just can't. You
Yep.
just even I was talking to my sales associate when I bought this bag, which I had a question about. I'll answer in just a second. Um, when I was buying this bag, I told him what had happened, and he said, "If I'm being honest, Melissa, I can't even tell the difference between a super fake and a real one without punching in the code and looking it up. So you should." He was like, "You shouldn't feel stupid. I can't even tell, and I work
Yeah.
here." And
Exactly.
I actually wore that bag in store when I bought this bag, and he had no idea that it was fake.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
And
See.
he said that he's been doing his Louis Vuitton sales his whole life. That's his career that he's done, and he didn't know. So,
Yeah.
the question about this was from who was it from? It was from my bag twin, the real angel girl. Tell us what your name is because I've been meaning to ask you and I keep forgetting so that I can address you by your name and not the real angel girl. Do I love the bag? Absolutely. I've used it one time. I took my son out to get new glasses. If you follow me on TikTok, you will know that because I share a little bit more over there. I will say there is a difference between this one here. I do have a video coming out on it, so I'm kind of spoiling it, but this one
We'll
is so
watch,
much
we
more,
promise.
it's so much more soft and slouchy. This has an organizer in it, and you can see how slouchy it is. This one doesn't have an organizer, and you can see how less slouchy it is. So this one doesn't slouch nearly as much as my normal. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because this one's new. I don't know if the canvas is thicker, but this one, even I have it filled with stuff right now. I'm using it, and it's not slouching at all at the bottom. So that's
And
all.
it's yeah, it just might be the, how they coat the bags or the thickness
Mhm.
of whatever they're using at the time. So, and I love a slouchy bag, so I'm okay with that. So I'm sorry I missed. Okay, I did say hi to Lexational, and you mentioned somebody's name I didn't say hi to. Zane, did I say hi to you? Hi, Zane. Zane, how does it looking? I moved back into my old recording space, and I think you're right. I think you're right.
Mhm.
Luna, Adele, hello, welcome in. Melissa, what do you think of the? Okay, you answered that question already. Debbie Dilemmas, I'm not sure if I said hi, hello to you. Okay, Lonnie, hi Lonnie from Chicago. Yes, hit that button for that product button for me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm only showing 11 and there's 34 of y'all in here. I greatly would appreciate it. Helps the lives go out a little bit further. Zane says, I had a feeling that the Wi-Fi signal was weaker in that room. Yeah, I am kind of farther away and I closed the door, Zane. So I didn't even think about that. So, and we have a booster, but I guess for going live, I don't have any problems as far as getting on the internet in there, but as far as going live, I don't think it's enough bandwidth to do that, so I'm gonna have to figure something out if I'm gonna wanna do my lives in there. So okay, so Melissa, and of course, I left my book of questions in there, so all the ones that are on top of my brain are in
I
there.
saw a question on here that we missed. Somebody asked, and I apologize, I don't see who it. I can't find it now, but they asked, "What bag do I use when I travel?" And this is a hot topic for the whole community because I don't travel. I don't. I choose to spend my money on luxury handbags and not traveling. The idea of traveling with my 6 kids and only two
Oh,
adults
yes, yes.
stresses me the out. So I do not do it. It does not sound enjoyable. I have no desire to, and that pisses a lot of people off. People tell me all the time, "Your kids are missing out. You should do it for them." And no, my kids don't want to go somewhere with me for a week where I'm in bitch mode. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
don't. If I'm stressed out and I'm worried about them, not to mention I have two teenage girls that are very voluptuous. No, I don't want to do that. So yeah, a lot of people
What are
get
the age
really
range
irritated.
of your kids?
Well, we actually have 9 in total. I say 6 because there's only 6 at home. My husband and I are a blended family. I have 4 kids of my own. I've had 5. This is, I've actually given a child up for adoption. Most people don't know that during hard times of my life, obviously. So I've given birth 5 times, but I've had 4, and my husband has 5 kids. The age range, the youngest is 8, and the oldest is 26.
Wow. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for sharing with us. I'm sure that's a hard thing to say, and
Mhm.
my heart goes out to you, and I commend you for that. It's hard. It's hard as I just want to cry because it is hard. We've been with family who have had kids when they were too young and they just weren't
Mhm.
ready, and that either fortunately enough, other family members had been able to take over. But when you're not in that situation, that you have that, so my heart is, I will say a special prayer for you, Melissa, for that, and a special prayer for the child as well too, because out there you never
Well,
know.
luckily, my brother, him and his wife were unable to have kids, so he actually adopted her. So she's now my niece.
Oh,
So she's
good.
still a very present part of my life. But yeah, unfortunately, I was a single mom of 3 kids. I fell pregnant with somebody who was my boyfriend at the time, and he didn't want any kids. And so we decided, we decided, I was kind of pressured. Long story short, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was a single mom, barely making it, putting water in my milk so that there was enough for all
Right.
three of the kids
Yeah.
I had. And it just got to the point where it's like, do I choose this one child or do I choose the three?
Yeah. Well, and it went to and luckily they're still in your lives. They know, and you have a family member. So all of y'all who are watching now in the chats, all of y'all who are watching the replay or whatever, please, please, please do not come for Melissa. Do not come for any mother or anybody that says anything right now. I'm asking you right now if there's any comments in there, they will be deleted because we and in this community on my channel we don't do that because that is just you know that is something that's personal that she's chosen to share with us, and we need to honor her and honor the fact that she trusted us enough to say that. And then just pray for her and pray for the family and everybody right now is in a good situation. So thank you. We love you very much, Melissa, for the choices you made and for doing that. Thank you so much. I the traveling thing. Let's get back to the traveling thing and I understand because we have my brother used to live with us when he was married and they had 4 kids and we had 2 kids, so there was 6 kids.
Mhm.
So it was hard for us to travel. So and there was 4 adults. So
Yeah.
I can imagine when we've had to take them, like when it was just my sister-in-law and I, like we would take them to parade because the husbands were working or whatever. It was hard and that was here at home, much less have to carry all of their stuff and go to the hotel and do all this stuff. So we when we traveled when they were younger, we traveled only it had to do with a function that they had. We would turn that into a vacation. So if they played baseball and they had a tournament that we had to go to, then we would turn that into a vacation by going a little bit early, staying a little bit late. But you're
Mhm.
there for that. And then you also have support of the baseball team
Mhm.
parents and whoever's there. Same thing with cheerleading. We were gone for every Thanksgiving for cheerleading for about 3 years. And that actually was one of the best times because we would all stay in the hotel. We'd all have this big Thanksgiving together. But you would have the help of 14 other parents to
Yes.
help with the kids, so it was definitely a big thing. So yeah, don't let people give you a hard time, as far as that. The time will come
Mhm.
and they'll appreciate it too when they're older, when if y'all do get to
Yeah,
travel.
and we do other fun things. Like we
Right.
go to water parks all the time. We go to amusement parks, but all that stuff's here. We don't have to travel to
Exactly.
have fun and have a
Right.
good time. And like I said, the age range is from 8 to 26. Is a 26-year-old going to want to do something an 8-year-old's going to want to do?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So trying to plan a vacation that everybody's going to be happy and
It's a
everybody's
nightmare.
it's a nightmare.
It
And so a
is.
lot of people think, Melissa, you need to go on vacation. You need to go on vacation. No, I don't. No, thank you.
Well,
Mm-mm.
and like you said, like where we lived, there wasn't all that stuff. We didn't have all that stuff. So we didn't have the parks. We do now, but when the kids were younger, we didn't have all that. So you there. So we have lots of staycations. We had lots of staycations. Okay. Keith says he's been to 100 plus countries and I finally just burned out. Uh
I can see that.
Okay, well, we won't read that. We won't read that. Uh, I need an extra day to myself after I travel. Yes, I always say that I need a vacation day after vacation day. I
Hmm.
always plan rest days when we come back because I'm exhausted.
Yep.
Lexational says she says I commend you for choosing adoption, Melissa. I have to live with thank you, Luxational. Thank you. I'm so sorry for that, Luxational, but thank you. Miss Jelly says traveling is stressful. Miss Lavea shows what a strong woman you are for choosing to share that story with us. Yes, I do also too want to say, kind of bring that back to what our first topic of the conversation is, Melissa,
Hmm.
about your no buy and you were talking about having to put water in your milk and I've
Yeah.
been there before,
Hmm.
or had to have the pet milk where you had to have the pet milk and use
Hmm.
that. But where you have come now from where you were
Hmm.
before, I mean, that is just commendable. So, and you're young, you're very young. So that's a really good thing. You make good choices. You make good choices. Monica K, welcome in. I missed you. Melissa, you did a very selfless thing. It's great that she is in your life. I adopted my daughter and have a huge respect for you. Amen. Amen. Okay. Um, what I'm gonna do is Sherry Talbot. Um, She says, "I was so surprised when Melissa returned her other Speedy. It was so her. Did they say if the bag has a zipper problem with a specific bag?" That actually was one of my questions. Thank you, Sherry. My questions are over there. Yeah, what did Louis Vuitton say about that bag?
So he said that it's very common for the zipper to be stiff. So it's just one of those things because of the shape of the bag, because it's so small and the zipper goes up and then across and then down. It's very common. He showed me with one of the other by the pool collections, the pink and orange one, and it was even worse than what mine was. And so he was like, you can either take it or keep it, or you can return it, but just know if you ever plan to buy another one, which I do because I actually really, really loved the size of that bag, that most likely you'll have to be okay with a stiff zipper. It's just the shape
Um,
of the bag.
So is there any conditioning that you can do to help that? Like, because I know when I
Just the
buy
wax
thrift,
paper, or you can
right?
use the WD-40. I would. I don't know if this is what other people would do. I would spray it on my hands. I would spray the WD-40 on my hands and
And
wipe it
then
across
do
the
that, yeah.
zipper. I would never spray it directly on
No,
the
I was
zipper.
gonna say don't use the WD-40 only because of that, but I do use I think it's called Eased Wax. It's a stick, and that you can buy it on
Mm,
Amazon, and that's what I use when, because 'cause I'm a big thrifter and I buy everything pre-loved. Pretty much 90 I'm the opposite, pretty much 90% of my collection is thrifted and pre-loved, so we come across a lot of zippers, so I clean them up and then use that. I think it's called Ease something, Zipper Ease, I think is what it's
mhm.
called.
I
Um
had no intentions of returning the bag. It didn't even cross my mind because I loved the bag. And I know a lot of people think with a lot of YouTubers, oh, they just buy these bags and return them for unboxing. That wasn't the case for me. It didn't even cross my mind to do or to return it until I was talking to Michelle. I don't think she's on here. But she was like, no, Melissa, you need to not spend $2,000 on a bag where this, because I was afraid to zip it up because the
Ah,
zipper would get
yeah,
stuck like mid zip. It'd be like, "Er," and you'd have to force it. And I was like, I'm gonna break this zipper.
yeah.
This was the couple times I used it. I just used it without zipping it up, and she's like, "That's not okay. You can't
What
spend two thousand
yeah.
dollars on a
Which
bag."
size what size of Speedy was that again?
The 20,
The 20. And so
yeah.
he
So it's much smaller. It's about this
yeah.
big. Yeah, it's
So, I
it's
mean,
about the same.
there's gotta be something that Louis see that we were Missy and I were talking about that, and she was saying what the difference was with Marc Jacobs, why I gave her a choice, if you can only pick Marc Jacobs or you can pick Louis Vuitton, which would you pick? And she said
Mhm.
it was Marc
I
Jacobs
was
because of the fact that she felt like he's trying to correct things that are wrong, whereas that's one of the problems we're having with these luxury brands who are not doing that. Did you see something else you wanted to address, Melissa?
Someone just said, "Great question, Keith." So I'm looking for his question.
Okay.
It looks like he says, Melissa and Dee Dee, do either of you like the Ralph Lauren Ricky bag? Do you own it?
Oh, I
I like it.
own go ahead.
I don't own it because it's a little too country for me.
I love it. I have the mini. I have it in red. I do have a unboxing video, Keith, if you want to go look for that. And I love mine. It's but mine is a small one. I don't have a big one. I'm a mini bag girl because
Mhm,
of my health. So I try to stay away from big bags. But I like it. It is a fussy bag. It is a fussy bag to
mhm.
get into. Which is a little bit different. It's similar like to her pink bag. I can't say the name because my device will go off, but the difference is yeah, it looks like it has the belts like that, but the difference is that those are actual real belts that you have to fuss to, where these are the magnetic. Yeah.
These are super easy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I left the
So
sticker on mine to make it not as strong.
I leave
So
my stickers on too. I leave my stickers on too. I know I probably shouldn't do that, but um Melissa, my name is Renee, in case you missed
Renee,
Bagsters. Yeah,
thank you. Now
Renee.
I can start saying Renee instead of the angel something something I forget.
The real angel girl one. Thank you.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, don't forget again, chats and replay beauties. If you don't follow Melissa, her channel is Melissa Adams Wade. Tell us, how do you actually find your channel? Because do you have the hyphen mark in it?
Yeah, it's at Melissa Adams hyphen mark Wade.
Okay, so you'll find her that way. Right now, if you're here in the chats, I did link her channel up above. I pinned it. Woohoo! I learned some skills. Also, I will put that in the description box when I release the video. This video will go out as well as our 3 p.m. video will go out at the same time. So y'all have lots of content to watch. Um, Don Donuts, welcome in. Don Donuts says she loves the Ricky and she owns one. She also owns the regular size Ricky. The regular
Mm,
size Ricky. Um, Sherry Talbot says it's not okay to let that LV lets us pay $2,000 for a bag
mhm,
with a zipper problem. I
I agree.
wholeheartedly agree. I wholeheartedly agree. I'm just like, yeah, and that's one of the speedies that I'm looking at is the smaller one. Melissa, do you own a Birkin? If not, do you aspire to own one? Ask Keith.
I don't, and I don't.
Good for
I'm
you.
not a fan. You guys, I think it's beautiful. I think it's classic. I think that my friend Mrs. Leva, who is on here, her name is May. If you're not following her, you need to. She has this wonderful Hermes journey, but you guys, I'm not a classic lady. I'm just not. I like fun. I like bold. I like pops of color. I like things that are going to make me excited to use it. And when I see a Birkin, I see 70-year-old Melissa. I do not see 34-year-old Melissa. So no, I don't. Not to mention
You're more casual. Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
and the games that they play, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. See, and
I'm a
that's my thing. The games that they play. I
mhm,
think I had bought some Hermes makeup and I had bought which I actually loved. I bought an eyeshadow palette and some stuff, but I quit buying anything from them after Caleb told us that they laughed at him when he went to the store.
yeah, it's
I
bullshit
was
at all.
brokenhearted and I was like, yeah, I'm like, no, that's not cool. That is just not cool. And I am been in customer service my entire life. I've been
Mhm,
in service my entire life. So I have a huge thing with customer service. And when people don't do customer service, it's like even when we go to eat, my kids will always say, "Mom, they're in the weeds," which means if you're in the restaurant industry, being in the weeds means you have extra tables that they sat you extra tables and that you're over inundated with customers. So
mhm,
so so they'll always tell me, and they were servers, they grew up and they're servers, and they'll say, "Mom, they're in the weeds. That's why they're not paying attention to us." And I'm like, it doesn't mean anything. But I tried to be, but then when they come back, they're really attentive and really,
yeah,
personable. And that makes more to it is that fine, acknowledge me, let me know, not you want to see a wallet? I don't think so, I'm like, no,
yeah, I don't.
no.
Yeah, I can't do that, and I'm a bitch. I have an attitude, and if you give me an attitude, I'm gonna give it right back, and it's gonna happen instantly. The
I,
second you are rude to me,
I
mm-mm, the
love you,
side of my
Melissa.
out.
You're the young Dee Dee. You're the young me who I was when I was much younger. And I can still be that way. Don't get me wrong. I can still be that way. I just try to hold it in more because yeah, I was pretty mean. All of y'all think that I'm super sweet, but I could be pretty mean. So don't cross me. Don't cross me.
Well, that's it's a new thing for me. The older I get, the more I realize that if you're gonna be rude to me on day one before you even know me, imagine how much more rude you're gonna be once you get to know.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
time for it. I don't have energy for it. It's not for me. Goodbye, Felicia.
Yeah. There you go. Zane says that's the Chicago store for you. I was like, "Oh, other Hermes stores have much better guest services. Heard the Detroit store is nice. Gotcha, gotcha." And that does make a difference. I've gone into several different stores, and you go into
Mhm,
one store and you're like, they're horrible, horrible, and then you go to another store and it's like, do you know that they're making y'all look bad? They're making y'all look bad.
mhm.
Let's see. Lexational says, "Girl, I'm the same way you are." Zane, Don Donuts wants to know, Zane, does the Chicago store have lip balm? That's a big thing. Caleb loves his lip balm. Um, Finding Sola says, Dee Dee is as rude as as a poodle. I can be. I can be. I have just tried to turn a leaf because I would like I would pop off like that. I had a very short fuse. Uh, came from a very hard life, and when you have a very hard life, and if somebody tries to treat you with disrespect for you with you and stuff,
Mhm.
and it's like no. And a lot of times too, people look at me, look at my culture, look at my size, and they think that I'm educated. They think that I'm what have you. And when you're toting two little kids around or what have you, they can be there. And it's like they tell you stuff, and I'm like, I pop off, and I pop off with sophistication and with college education and all this kind of stuff. And they're like, I was like, yes, yes, thank you very much. Just because I had to come out and get milk at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it should be nap time doesn't mean you can treat me wrong.
Mhm.
And that was,
Yeah,
that
there
was
you
Dee Dee Bean. But so yeah, I could be rude. I could be mean and rude, but I
Or
try and
it's
choose
not
not
even
to.
rude. It's just that we don't let people walk all over us.
Exactly.
They're once I'm not rude to start with. It
Right.
takes you being
Exactly.
rude to me, and most of the time more than once. Like you had to be rude more than once. The first time I'll be like, maybe I'm
Maybe
understanding
they're yeah.
wrong. But once you hit that second time, I don't have patience for you. I
Yeah.
just don't.
Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
enough people in this world who would love to, whatever the circumstances, if you're helping me, if you're just I mean, even walking down the street, my daughter and I go on walks and I say hi to every single person I pass by. And she's like, "Why do you do that?" And I said, "Because it's nice." And she's
Yeah.
like, "But nobody says it back to you." And
Doesn't
I'm like,
matter.
I don't care that they don't say it back to me.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there who's having a bad day, and me saying hello to them is going to
Yeah.
change their day.
Yeah.
So,
And that's how I am. And that's how we were brought up. You say hello, you acknowledge them, do the head nod or whatever, and
mhm.
and that's a small town girl in me and us. Melissa, where were you? Where are you from originally? Can you tell us without telling us or no?
I'm from here,
Okay.
Arizona,
Arizona. Okay. So you've always been
the
from
heart of
Arizona?
Arizona, Glendale, Phoenix, Peoria, Scottsdale area.
All there. Okay. Is Arizona, is that like because I've only seen like, and I've never been there, so I've only seen like
Mhm.
the movies. Is it industrial? Is it city wise? Is it
So Arizona is one of the few states where you can drive 2 hours in Arizona in your snow.
Oh
You
wow, okay,
literally can drive Arizona. It snows in Arizona, so people don't realize that because we're up and down. So you
yeah,
drive up the mountain in Arizona, and there's cities on the mountains that are snow. So like if you go to Flagstaff, Arizona, it's cold. So not
wow,
I mean it gets hot there too, but it doesn't get hot like where I live. So there's city life, there's strawberry Arizona. It doesn't look like Arizona at all. It's all pine trees and green and
oh
beautiful, and but city life is desert. There are trees that are planted, but it's
yeah.
desert. There's lakes, but no ocean. If I walk outside my house, you can see mountains. There's mountains everywhere, so it's very
Yeah,
bright.
I was like, I guess from other shows, all they ever show is desert,
Mhm.
dead land, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
so there's some really, really beautiful places in Arizona. That's why I say with the travel, I don't need to travel. I
Yeah,
can go.
people travel to Arizona
Yeah.
to go see that. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I just looked up and we are at that hour mark. I can't believe we're already there at the hour mark, y'all. So let me check and see if there's any last minute questions. Zane says he's from Mesa,
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 Arizona.
Mesa,
Yep.
Mesa. Yay! Finding Solace says, "I love Coach. They know my kids, my hubby. I've only ever bought one full price bag ever." Yes. Luxational. She says, "Yuppers." I guess that they must be having a conversation. Key says Sedona was absolutely beautiful. It seemed like a
Yeah.
gorgeous place to live. Yeah.
Sedona is stunning. It's all red rock. It's absolutely beautiful.
Apple Blonde says she has a friend who lived close to Flagstaff, and
Hmm.
it was crazy how much the temperature changed from Phoenix to her home in
Yep.
Cottonwood.
Yep.
Wow, okay. See,
Big
I
difference
learned
in
something new
state.
today. Thank you very much. I learned something new about geography and our United States and everything. Nay, welcome in, Nay. Popping off with sophistication. I love that queen. Thank you, Nay. Thank you, Nay. Welcome in. I'm sorry I missed you. I missed you. Okay, Melissa, tell us what you have coming up on your channel. Tell us how to find your channel again, please. And then just say goodbye.
My channel handles at Melissa Adams Wade, capital M, capital A dash Wade, capital W. What do I have coming up? I have a new series that I started, which is called 3 Minute Thursday.
Love that.
I have a very short, to the point video where I don't do any of this babbling or talking or anything like that. And it's still fun topics, but it's just sometimes I want to watch something short, and I feel like
Right,
there's
right,
a real lack for it. I don't want to watch a 30-second reel. I want to watch a short video.
right.
And so the whole concept behind 3 Minute Thursday, it doesn't have to be 3 minutes. It just needs to be under 5 minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
It just
Today,
needs to be short, like
yeah.
maybe a what's in my bag or
Today's about
maybe an
cleaning,
update.
right?
Today was about handbag cleaning wipes.
Handbag cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I just filmed that. I actually today was a filming day for me. I'm on vacation right now, which
Oh,
is
okay.
here at my house, not traveling. But yeah, so I filmed all day today and I did my what's in my bag on this, so that will be coming up, and I shared some of the differences between this one and the other one, and I filmed 5 reasons why you should not buy luxury.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh, we'll see about that topic. That sounds nice and spicy.
Mhm.
Okay, Melissa, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being so honest with us. Thank you so much for sharing the way you did. Once again, replay beauties, and once again, chats and all those out there. Please be kind and generous to Melissa. Anything that's a negative to any of the things that she personally touched with us will be deleted, letting you know now. And I am beyond honored with you sharing your heart with us and being on here, Melissa. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a guest, and you did beautifully. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Just X out. Yeah, cover them up and X out. Hi, being beauties. Welcome, welcome. Oh my God, that was such a beautiful, beautiful live, and I feel extremely honored. Those of you who are in the chats, I hope you feel extremely honored as well too. Thank you so much for being so generous with your comments, and I'm going to definitely make sure I try to watch all the replays again when the comments come on. It's about 24 hours before the comments come on, so I'm behind on trying to catch up with that, so I can go see y'all's comments. But I definitely want to try to catch up with the comments that y'all were so generous to Melissa, and I greatly appreciate it because that's the beauty of this community is that y'all are there for our creators. And just such heartwarming ways that I'm gonna just cry just thinking about how y'all are, and I want that to stay that way, especially with this one, and I greatly appreciate it. So what I have coming next, that's the end of our lives for this week. I do have a video coming out. I had a video come out yesterday. I have a collab coming out on Monday with Jorgelina and Candy Sweet Love for LV. That's going to be a fun one. And I forgot what else. I forgot what else I have coming out. So let me see who's on the live schedule for next week. We have on the 19th. Let me go to the day. There's a lot of stuff on the 19th that I have on the 19th. I believe I have Veronica. Yes, I have Veronica Sid. She's coming off of her closet challenge. That was a challenge. That definitely was a challenge. So she is at the 5 o'clock hour, I believe. Then that's Thursday. And then, I mean, I'm sorry, that's Wednesday. And then Thursday. Oh, on the 20th, I don't have anybody. Yay. So that's a break for me. And then on the 27th, we're closing out with um Sinise from Indubitably Sinise and David's Closet. We're going to close out with David's Closet. We're going to talk about the thousand sub journey that we're all there's a whole bunch of us that are close on that, and we're going to be talking about that with David. And then Sinise is going to be Happy Valentine's Day. It's never too late. It's never too late for celebrating Galentine's Day. Her and I are going to celebrate Galentine's Day. Okay, let me go through the chats. I am going to say thank you. Oh, Melissa came on to say thank you. So thank you, Jorge Lena. I'm not sure if I said hello. Thank you, LG, Nora LG. Thank you, Miss Jelly. Thank you, Don Donuts. Thank you, Tara's Boutique. Thank you, Ivana. Thank you so much, my mods. I need to do a song like Jacob does. Thank you to the mods. I'm stealing his song. Finding Solace. Zane, thank you so much. Melissa, I didn't see you here. I think you might still be cutting the grass. Apple Blonde, I'm sorry if I missed your name. I'm so sorry, 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 sorry. But thank you so much. Remember, if you go to my channel, go to the live tab, you will see who I have coming up next. And if you smash that notification button, then you will know. You will know 30 minutes before the time. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to Melissa, and please don't forget to subscribe to me too. I'm trying to get to 1010. Thank you so much. Love y'all, Bean Beauties. Bye bye. I haven't turned it off yet. Hold on.